Slaptail Squad, assemble.
If you are listening to this, you are a member of the great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beaveman, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the great Slaptail Nation Army. And with me today, here in the Beaver Den, with an ass so fine it'll make you want to violate the first commandment, the Padme to my Darth Vader, the Evil Moon to my Skeletor, and the Harley Quinn to my ever-so-sane Joker. I give you the heart-shaped ass that is the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
How are you doing?
Cold and dilapidated.
It is not cold. It is not cold.
It is cold.
What's the temp outside?
I don't know. Cold.
It's not
snowing.
Cold. It's not even cold inside. We have heat.
But my hands are cold. My feet are cold. My heart is cold.
Sounds like a thyroid problem.
It might be.
Sounds like a thyroid issue.
Maybe.
All
right. Anyway.
What was about the dilapidated part?
I don't know.
Is that how it's said? Dilapidated?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't.
Dilapidated. Like run
I always
down.
thought it was dilapidated.
Dilapidated.
How's it spelled?
I don't know. Google it.
You Google
No, you Google it. I'll Google it while you introduce our guest.
I have nothing to learn. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Also with us today, all the way from Chicago, known as Jen the Rapist. No? Is that not right?
I just noticed that too.
I don't think that's... I'm not sure that's a flex. Is that a flex? I don't think that's something that you should be proud of, Jen.
Yeah, not for my child clients. The adult clients only.
Okay. Well, also with us today is Jen the Rapist, Jen Flaxman, all the way from Chicago, comedian. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Why now? As a young child, did you decide that that's what you want to do? Grow up to be a rapist? I don't think that that's anything that people should aspire to.
I don't think I signed up for this.
No?
It's not. I was going to say, I think you two, like, the vibes. Do we need couples therapy? What's happening here?
We probably do. Who doesn't?
Fair. Agreed.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is our couples therapy.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So when they went around the room and they were saying, what are you going to be when you grow up?
When you were in like kindergarten or when they did that, what was it? First grade, second grade, something like that. What did you say?
I don't know if I said teacher. I think I either said teacher, writer, or wedding planner.
Rapist was never your choice.
Nah.
And so when did things change and you decided that's what you wanted to be?
You know, I think that life just chooses you, you know.
I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure that that's actually true.
I feel like we have to clarify for people that I'm a therapist.
Oh,
you
you're
don't
a
know.
therapist.
Oh,
Therapist.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How often do you hear that joke?
Thankfully, not too often.
No, because of Arrested Development, you don't hear. I feel like all therapists hear that stupid joke because of Arrested Development.
Yeah. I mean, my therapist and I talked about it when I told her I was doing stand-up. We talked about that. But other than that, I don't know.
Well, definitely don't get the license plate like he did on the show. Swan, you're not familiar with it.
I know what it is.
Do you know what the rapist thing comes from?
Well, you said it was a license plate, but it was like a door on
he had that
and he
on
had
it,
a door and it said
Yeah. Idiot.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a great show. I love that
It's
show.
a good show.
I love the show. Okay, so tell us what made you go to Chicago. So you're not originally from Chicago.
I am.
Oh, you are originally from Chicago.
Well, the suburbs.
Okay, that's like saying you're from Detroit. Is that the same thing?
Same thing.
Yeah.
How far out are we talking?
20 minutes.
So you're not from Chicago.
Yeah, but if
I'm
you're
not going to say some small town.
anything east of Ann Arbor is Detroit. So anything in the Chicago area, west or east or north or south, is still Chicago.
You ever wonder why people don't say that they're like, why don't you just say you're an Illinois comedian?
Because Illinois is
because I currently live in Chicago. I live in the city. My address.
Yeah, but
Illinois.
that's still the state of Illinois.
Still the state of Illinois.
Because
that doesn't sound as cool.
Do we think Springfield, Illinois, and Chicago are the same?
No, I always thought that was the home of the Simpsons, though. I don't agree that it's on the East Coast.
I don't either.
No,
Yeah.
no, So you're saying you don't want to just be known as you want to be known as a Chicago comedian?
Well, that's right. I mean, that's where like I'm putting my work in, building connections. I feel like
Okay,
Illinois
you don't have to get
is
angry.
Where are you?
She's getting
You don't have to
defensive.
get all mad about it. It was just a question. Jeez.
Defend your Chicago-ness. It's dilapidated. You're correct. Apparently, I just have a speech impediment.
So it is dilapidated.
Dated.
I don't even know what that word is.
Broken down.
Broken down.
Falling
well,
into disrepair, ruins.
Well,
run down.
we have
haggard.
established that Jen has a very sore spot. She's got a chip on her shoulder about being a Chicago comedian. Refuses to be referred to as an Illinois comedian. See, we had this discussion. I don't know what comedians we were talking about. We were like, how come none of us just say we're Michigan comedians? We all have to say we're from, this person's from here, this person's from there. Seems a little odd.
Maybe
especially when you do shows together. Like if you do a mic together, everybody's like, he's from this city. I'm like, why? Who cares?
Maybe because people are territorial. I want the territory of Chicago.
Well, I'm just talking about the small cities in Michigan. Everybody's like, oh, he's a whatever comedian. He's a whatever comedian. I'm like, who cares? At this point, you don't have to say where they're from if you're all from Michigan, I think.
I don't know. I've never thought about it too much, frankly.
I feel like you should, because it's obviously very upsetting to you.
She's thought about it enough to defend it, but she's
Well,
not.
no, I think I was caught off guard. No one's ever been like, well, why aren't you an Illinois
She's
comedian?
like, fuck you. Fuck you, sir. Damn.
Like, we also, you started off being like, for like 5 minutes, this is Jen the rapist. And I was like,
So you automatically got her on edge. She's edgy now.
yeah, if I'm a rapist, I'm a Chicago rapist.
Yeah.
Knives
There
are
we
out. She's got
go.
the knives out.
I'm gonna go ahead and isolate that sound clip. She's like, if I'm a rapist,
No.
I'm from Chicago.
Chicago rapist, my God.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah. The power of taking your words and using them against you. Yes, that's great stuff. I'm just surprised you let it go that long. You could have said a
Shut
long
up.
time. You're like, shut up. I am not.
I don't know. I know I'm not, but it's like I'm not defensive. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I know I'm not, and you know that I know that I'm not, and I know that you know that I know that I'm not a rapist.
Yeah, I think if I was, I'd probably get really defensive.
Oh.
Right?
Or not. That could be part of your thing. Be like,
Oh, gross. I'm not a white man.
Oh, Swan, what a weird way to go. How disturbing.
Okay.
Very disturbing. Okay, so did you move to Chicago specifically for comedy, or did your work take you there?
I mean, again, being based or like having family in the suburbs, I was never going to stay in the suburbs. So like after both undergrad and grad school, I always came back to the city.
Okay.
It's where all my friends live, and it's way better than the suburbs. So
it's where the magic happens.
yeah.
And Chicago does not smell like urine or sewer quite like Philly does. No offense, Philly. But
I've never been to Philly.
It does smell very robust.
Robust. Gamey.
Gamey? I don't know.
I mean, New York is like that too. So I hear.
New York.
Yeah,
New York is
urine
like
and
that
vomit.
for sure.
Well, that's urine and
Trash.
vomit. Yeah.
Trash.
Trash. Yeah, it depends where you go in Chicago. I feel like what corner you're at, what underpass, where who's around.
Yeah,
Depends what it smells like.
How the person smells with a needle that you're sharing. The crack pipe you gently puff on together. I don't know. What are you playing with? What are you playing on with over there? You got ADD?
I got a fidget.
Yeah, she got ADD. She got the ADD.
No, I've just hit my head a lot.
Playing with stuff. I can always tell people, one of our guys, he insists he's not playing with stuff when we do a podcast. And I'm like, you are lying to me. I know you're playing with stuff because I can hear it. But he insists he's not.
Yeah, no, I always fidget.
She's always playing with stuff. That's all right.
I
Do you
can't
feel
sit
it-
still either, so I get it. I understand. Do you shake your leg?
Sometimes. I don't know. Again, I'm not ADHD. I've had multiple psych testing. I've just hit my head a lot.
Okay.
That's yeah.
We've had a discussion about how many concussions all of us have had. I've had one, so
Ooh.
he's had at least 3 or more.
Yeah. That I remember.
She doesn't even remember. It's been
At
so
least,
many.
At least, I mean, 3 documented ones.
All right.
But there's more.
Are they from stupid things, or are they from sports, or like you're
Were
just
you,
walking
like- were
there
you
and
like
like texting and hit a pole, or
Yeah, were you one of those cheerleaders that they threw up in the air? Because you're pretty tiny.
No.
No, you didn't get tossed around in the air.
No,
Oh,
absolutely
no
not.
drama.
she doesn't? She looks like she wants to be like cheerleaders are terrible. Like that was
I value. I mean, if
You
I
don't
could
have the same
flip,
clout as rapists.
no, I danced.
So that's right up there with cheer.
Yeah,
Not
I
a real
danced.
sport.
I danced. I
That's a
did
lot
well.
more.
The first one I was 3 and I tripped walking down the stairs, so that wasn't that cool. And then the second one was in soccer, and then third one was in dance, and then the rest are just random. They are like I had the trunk of a door closed on my head, and I wasn't even being kidnapped.
Oh.
You know. So
Now, how many people have you locked in a trunk?
I can't share that information.
Okay.
They willingly went in. I mean, look at her face. She's got like a cute little like. I'd go willingly into her trunk.
You
and then
would?
Maybe. I mean, she could convince me. She's kind of cute. So, yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. All right, I'll go in your trunk.
Okay.
Fine.
You'll be safe here, I promise. There's pillows.
It's all good.
Don't pay attention to the shovel. That's for snow.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, so Dan, what kind of dance did you do?
I was in high school, I was on a competitive like Palms team. So I did whatever they made us do. Right now I still do hip hop dance. That's my favorite.
Oh, so
you
that's why.
guys-
So that's why you hate cheerleaders, because you had palms, and you're like cheerleaders. They just do routines. They don't dance.
I mean, I don't even hate them. I think they definitely wanted us, but like, I don't care. Like, I wish I could flip. Like, right? Like, I would flip. My cheers would just sound different. Yeah.
Well, I saw. So you post videos of your hip hop. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I do. Thank you.
How many days a week do you do? How many days a week are you popping and locking, or wherever you go?
Hipping and hopping.
Hipping and hopping.
None of that. Your generation showing.
That's what I was going for. That's what I was trying to do.
You excelled.
How often do you do the electric boogaloo?
Only once a week. I mean, with it's comedy and everything, I try to go at least once a week, but usually not more, but once a week.
Yeah, I really want to learn how to break dance, but I feel like I'm too heavy. I keep trying to lose weight so that I can break dance, and for some reason I keep packing on more weight. It's very, very upsetting. But then I don't think I look super fat, but I'm like, why do I keep getting bigger? It's very annoying. I want to break dance.
I think you probably can. What if breakdancing has nothing to do with what you look like and you just have to train the certain muscles to breakdance?
Well, I can already roll. So I'm already trained that way. I can already roll around. I wanted to look like I'm defying gravity a little bit, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I think you can get a ray gun situation going.
Yeah. I did that before I did that on one of our shows. I came out like that. One of the shows I was hosting, and just kind of rolled around on the ground a little bit.
That's a start.
It went well. It did. It was fantastic.
It was something. It was something.
It was
all
something.
right.
It was for sure something. Now, how would you describe your comedy? What do you think?
I always struggle with this because I'm like, do I even know what I'm doing?
For the sake of the show, please assume that you do.
Yeah, I do. I'm really good. We funny. I think it is authentic and can be relatable. I think it could be like dark and like slightly naughty,
sassy, full of sass.
Dark sass.
A sass infusion. Let me get a sass infusion quick.
Yeah. Just a rapist energy, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't say it.
You did. That's how we got here. That's how this happened. I didn't come on and say that. It's on there. I didn't write that.
Just another good soundbite that she said.
Rapist energy.
Rapist energy.
If I get fired, this is something I really need the health insurance.
Disclaimer that everybody knows who listens to this podcast: we're very rarely serious, and you'll never learn anything by listening to us. So,
and we all play characters,
Yeah,
so
it's a
this is
character.
just a character,
Yeah, this is just the one I do on weekends.
right?
There's not time for raping during the week.
So how long have you been doing
that's
comedy?
another damn
On that
soundbite.
note,
There's just nonstop sound bites going on here.
I am really funny. That's just what's happening. You're welcome.
It's part of our LinkedIn profile.
Comedy. I've been doing comedy. It will be 3 years, March 2nd, I believe.
Ooh, you'll be having your anniversary soon.
Yeah.
What got you into it? Why did you decide that you were going to get up? Please don't tell me your friends told you were funny. That's the worst.
No,
Okay.
I don't think. I think I surprise my friends when they come to stand up. They're like, "You're not. What's happening here? I didn't know you were that funny." Like we weren't sure. It was kind of an accident. I was panicking about turning 30, so I was like, "What am I doing with my life? Let's take a stand up class." Took a class, and then was like, "Oh shit, I like this, and I'm kind of good. Let's keep going." So
Nice. Did you take that at Second City?
yeah.
Nice.
The
I think
perks
Chicago's
of
a
being
great-
from Chicago.
Yeah, I think Chicago's a great place for comedians, even though it's, also an improv sketch town. But, I
Yeah.
think it's a great place that's an amazing resource. I mean, you can learn how to write. You can do all kinds of fun stuff there.
Yeah.
I might even
Yeah.
convince myself to go take a class there someday.
I think Lincoln Lodge is great too. I think if I had known more, I probably would have done Lincoln Lodge, but I definitely don't have like regrets, so to say.
I dropped a Lincoln log this morning.
You're so gross.
Yikes.
Thankfully, I did not try to stack it on another one.
That's probably good.
So,
Yeah.
I laughed at myself. Lincoln logs were these things that we had back when we were children.
Yeah. I know what they are.
Hers were plastic though. They weren't made of real wood.
I might even
Yeah.
wood. They were actually wood.
Yeah. Yeah, ours were definitely plastic.
Yeah, why is that? That seems like a shame. It's just a shame.
Like plastic logs.
Mhm.
Blame Lincoln.
Now, how often do you come to Michigan to do shows?
You want to kill her, don't you?
I
With that
kinda
little
do. I
popping
kinda wanna kill
fun over there.
See, she is popping and locking.
She is.
She's popping and locking.
I've gone, I don't know how many times. I feel like it's random. I think I've gone like 3 times. I did like a weekend there with some buddies. And then when I went to see some fish shows where we met,
Yeah.
I did the comedy outlet. And then I'll be back for your show. I don't know. Maybe I've had a couple other shows other than that, but those are like the 3 that come to mind.
Do you go to Ohio, Indiana, or you just mostly stick to Chicago?
I mean, Chicago is definitely like home base, but when I travel, I always try to do shows.
Yeah.
Or if I can like get shows, like I'm, doing shows in Wisconsin, like anywhere nearby, like that's drivable, like why not do a show?
Absolutely.
But I've done shows in Nashville, and like when I visit my grandma in Florida, I've gotten a gig, and
I think that's a great way to go. I mean, if you know you're going somewhere, just reach out. There's networks of people that can hopefully help you try to get in somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's ideal. Like just add comedy to whatever I already have planned.
Yeah. I'm going to try to do comedy in St. Thomas. That's my next goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we went there last year. It was super fun.
Yeah.
And just so happened to be no comedy when we went. Like we looked and we're like, they're like, if you were here next weekend, there's. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Can't extend my stay. Sorry. But
Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. What do you think is going on with these, the wildfires? What do you think is going on there?
Climate change? I don't
Climate
know,
change. Explain climate change. What is climate change? What is
little men burning the world. I don't know.
Well, there's all sorts of theories going on.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all because of President Biden right now and his ray gun. He started the fire
That's pretty
Obviously.
dope. If you have
Yeah.
that much power, that's
He just
actually
flies
pretty
over.
cool.
with his little ray gun and pew pew pews hanging out of a
Little bit
Black Hawk.
fires. Yeah, that would be.
Hanging out of a Black Hawk helicopter as he does it.
yeah, that's a way to spend a Sunday.
Do you think they
Yeah.
strap him in? Like, Cool.
He's just like he's laying down.
I don't think so. I think that he's actually really jacked underneath the suit, and he's totally with it. And he's like a superhero, but he has this alter ego that we see where he's just a bumbling old man.
It's probably a stunt double that does it, honestly.
I think so. I feel like when he fell on his 10-speed, he did his own stunt. So I don't know if that's he might not have.
Maybe
a
he's
stuntman.
training to be his own stuntman.
Yeah,
For his next career. His next career is as an old man stuntman.
I mean, somebody's got to be the old man.
Oh yeah,
stuntman.
he can do it for Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood won't stop making a goddamn movie where it seems he's like, oh, I could totally punch this guy. No, you can't, Clint. You swing very slowly. Let's bring in your stunt double, President Biden, who swings only slightly faster.
And it's on accident as he's falling.
Yeah.
I broke my hip. Clint bends down to help him, breaks his hip. It's just broken hips everywhere. Oh, I would pay to see that movie. I would see that movie.
I think you could just go to a nursing home.
Yeah.
Just see one very similar.
It'd be great. It would be great. Now, okay, so in all not seriousness, what made you decide to be a therapist? And what is your specialty, if you don't mind? Or you don't have to.
That's a great question. No,
damn, you don't even know that. Holy shit.
No, eating disorders are my specialty.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah, eating disorders. But I kind of see everything and everyone. I think I'm still figuring out that. But what made me become a therapist? I think just my own shit, when you have mental health stuff and I'm therapist by way of social work. So I think the social work values, and I've always just done work with people. And I was like, this is a job where you also if I'm ever I don't want to do therapy anymore, there's other aspects of social work that you can go into. So I think I I like the values. I know I want to work with people. I've always been a helper. Why not?
That's nice. How often do you want to waterboard the people you talk to?
I like most of my clients. Sometimes kids' parents. There's definitely been kid clients and their parents. I'm like, yeah, we could get rid of you. Let's get a bathtub with a toaster and see what happens.
Nice.
So
it's start looking at your luggage. You're like, will they fit into this if I cut them in half?
Jesus. Yeah. No, I just think everyone has their shit and everyone should have support to work on it.
I think so too. Some people don't believe in therapy, like the Swan. She thinks it's a bunch of bullshit.
I do. I've been
she's like, you're goddamn right I do.
Just pack that stuff down and work through it. Just keep going forward. Who needs that?
But that's why you eat your feelings, Swan. You
Shut
eat your
up.
feelings.
Don't dissect my eating problem.
Yikes.
She not only does she have that, but you know how if you're feeding an animal like a dog.
Oh, God.
You're feeding an animal like a dog, and you forget you want to put something in their bowl or something like that, and you get your hand near them, and they're like, ah! That's what she's like. She has. What did I call it before?
I don't know.
I had a good term for it.
Powerful woman hanger.
It was very severe. She was just like an angry dog. It's if you get near her food, you could definitely pull back a bloody nub. And she would also do this is the thing that Swan would do too, is if Swan starts to get just a little bit heavier, she's like, hey, I'm going to try to cut down on how much you eat. I'm like, okay. So you should remind me. I'm like, I don't want to do that. No, you should. Now, this has been going on for 20 years. So I foolishly will do it. Next thing I know, I'm getting yelled at, and she's like, I'm going to eat more. So she'll just eat more. She's like, fuck you. I'm going to eat even more now. I'm like, this is what you asked me to do.
There's no good solution. There's no good solution.
Just because of that, I'm going to order more food. Yes. How dare you tell me? But you told me to say something.
But I wanted 4 bites, but instead of 4 bites, I'm going to eat it all.
I don't even like this.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm off work on Friday, so that's what's happening here.
Yeah, she's like, fuck. That's all right.
I'm not going to dissect that.
It's
Yeah, like,
okay.
you
It's
have your,
okay.
you got animal names. You do you.
Oh, yeah, it is. Because I'm Swan and you're the Beaveman. And
What did I
yeah.
call
Yeah.
it? It's gonna really bug me now that I can't think of that term that I used. Oh,
That
well.
makes sense.
It's
Cat
gonna
food
come.
aggression.
It was something like that.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. It was fun though.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, you find that in that type of therapy, do you find that people downplay their problem quite a bit?
Eating disorders thrive in secrecy. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I see weight loss patients
Oh,
like 1.5 days a week.
okay.
And so that's part of our screening. And sometimes very rarely, I think, do we catch them. But occasionally we will catch somebody who's like, oh, you have an eating disorder. And then, of course, we don't see them after that. We find
That's
someone
good.
for them. But in general, they're like, because in general, I don't know if people know this, but patients lie all the fucking time.
Oh yeah.
Just constantly. It's like nonstop. And you catch them in lies all the time, too. And you're like, you lied to me. I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't get surprised. I've been doing it for going on 17 years. But I'm like, I don't get surprised when people lie to me. I'm just like, I can suss out a lie pretty easily. And you have nothing to gain. You literally have nothing to gain by lying to me. You actually have more to lose if you lie. If you would just tell me the truth, it'd be so much easier. But
Yeah. I think that's where fear-based health, like we live in like a world where like health providers can often work to like be more institutionalizing. And that could, but that's not this kind of podcast. But I can go on.
No.
I can get all smart on this shit. So
Now, I do like the patients that help me break up monotony, though. And so I use that kind of part as my act, not violating HIPAA at all, but I just make up scenarios in my head. Did you ever used to watch, this is an older show. Did you ever see the show, The Wonder Years?
The Wonder Years.
The Wonder Years?
Yeah.
Did you ever see that show?
no, but I know about it.
Yeah, so-
because is that the one where there's someone named Winnie in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Winnie Cooper.
Winnie
My
Cooper.
mom would always tell me I looked like Winnie.
Aww.
I don't know if that's true because I don't know what.
You can still look.
have
You
to
can look her
look
up
her
now.
up.
You can look her up now. She's
Okay.
She was on. They did. What show was he on later? But she did like a guest appearance on it as an adult.
Okay.
Anyway, but there's parts of the show where you don't realize he's imagining something until it becomes completely ridiculous, and then all of a sudden it'll flip back to where he started imagining, and then it's his real life. So something crazy, just insane, like, maybe all of a sudden he's, fighting ninjas or something. It's just weird like that. But that's what happens to me with patients. When they start talking to me about something, and then I imagine the most interesting scenario, but it's not. It's something very, very boring. But in my head, it's just like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like I had this patient once that their chief complaint was poison. And so immediately I was like, this is amazing. This person is now going to consult with me about how to effectively poison someone. So I start like looking up, like, where does this person live? Is this something that they could get, that's naturally growing? Can they get a foxglove? Can they get this? Are they able to get, or antifreeze? Are they able to get antifreeze that doesn't have the additive that makes it bitter? Are they able to do these things? And then they connected and it was just poison ivy. So I was very sad. I spent like 5 minutes looking stuff up and then nothing. Just poison ivy.
Poison ivy is not that exciting. Just itchy.
No.
Yeah.
No, and I told her too. I was like, you've ruined this visit for me. I thought this was going to be interesting. You just have poison ivy. She's like, yeah, what'd you think? I'm like, well, your chief complaint was poison.
Could have been a murder mystery.
I'm like, it could have been interesting, and yet it wasn't. That's 5 minutes of my life I won't get back. Prep time.
Did you charge her for that prep time?
No, I literally did tell her, though. I was like, I thought this was going to be interesting. I thought that you were going to ask me about how to poison someone and get away with it.
Yeah, I feel like people would go more to a therapist for that. Because, maybe like they think that if there's enough safety, you won't report, like, I don't know, duty to warn. Yeah. That could be a curious question that, like, or you go to Reddit. You'd go to Reddit for sure.
Swan, Reddit is this thing.
I know what it is.
I don't use it, but I feel like that's where all my clients go to Reddit for everything. They're like, I saw this thing on Reddit, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
You're not dying.
I'm pretty sure that's not even a real reliable source.
No,
Like,
correct.
No
Just
way.
point.
Like, he said, she said, the ladies at JCPenney said that if you do this, this will happen. Yeah, no, it's not reliable at all.
If you comment on Reddit, I did it once because somebody asked like a kind of just a general medical question. And I like commented on it. All of a sudden, there was like 100 people asking me questions about that because they're like, "Oh, clearly you know what you're talking about." I was like, "Oh fuck." It was something very simple. I was like, "Oh shit." Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Can't share your knowledge.
Mm-mm.
Keep it to yourself.
Yes.
For a copay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sure.
No. So where did you go to school?
For like college?
Yes, for like
Shit.
college.
Okay. Shut up. For undergrad, I went to University of Montana. So was a mountain girl for 6 years.
Big sky
Is what I do for. Yeah. And then, so I'd love to go back there and do some comedy. And then for grad school, I was at Wash U in St. Louis.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally go back to Montana and do comedy. There's only 4 people there.
I know. There's more bison than humans. There's also 12 hate groups, though. So
Ugh.
I know. And none of them would let me join. So
You wouldn't think there would be that much hate for bisons.
Maybe they just hate lots of things, other things.
I bet bison's delicious.
it is.
Bison
Well, I don't
is
eat meat anymore, but when I did, it is good.
That sounds good.
You've never had bison burger?
Probably not.
I have.
Okay, good for you.
Good for
They're
me.
fighting about bison.
yeah,
The
another-
Swan Beaveman.
Another weird
The
flex.
bison burger fight.
Yes.
Weird flex there, Swan. I don't.
Well,
Who do you think is your biggest comedy influence right now, and would we know who they are?
I don't honestly. I
She's
don't
like,
know
"I
if
don't
I
watch
know who my
comedy."
biggest comedy.
So I don't
No,
watch
that's not
comedy?
true. It's not. I just don't know who I'm influenced by. Like I think I like absorb
So you're better than everybody, is what you're saying.
everything. Obviously. I'm
Obviously.
a rapist.
Jesus, there's another one.
that's gonna be her new gig.
You know what's nice
I
is
know how to lean. You know what? I know how to lean into a bit. Okay. You told me who I am, and I'm playing the role. You're welcome.
What's your preferred victim type?
It's classified. Yeah.
Sounds like she's raping for the government.
I think she probably likes cute little old people.
She's
like
Oh,
kidnaps.
that's horrible. Oh, that's.
She's a septuagenarian rapist. That's horrible.
It's
Sometimes-
all horrible.
Babies
Sometimes-
love too.
Sometimes octogenarian, nonagenarian. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I did this to myself. I keep bringing it up. I was like the bit, and then we talked about it. Stop! Make it stop!
Well, when she said it was classified, I almost thought that she was like some sort of black ops rapist, like she working for some dark government entity that we don't know anything about. Jeez.
Oh no! I just need to not speak.
It's a good thing I'm not hosting the show that you're doing with us because I'm like, and now.
Oh my god. Honestly, though, one of the worst announcements I ever got brought up to was I did a Michigan show, and the guy brought me up, and he's like, "Next up is Jen. She has a day job." And it was like, "Oh my god, this is horrible." Like, just bring me up as this is Jen. She can't make her dreams come true. Like, stop. So
Is that your dream? Is it your dream to be a professional comedian?
I think so.
Think so?
You know, like,
I'm young. I have time to have like multiple dreams.
I have time to hit my head more, and that can change things. So,
Now, do you think you get funnier with subsequent head trauma?
only one way to find out.
It's true.
Someone's gonna fight me off one day, you know? Put
We
them
have
in
a
a trunk, and they'll be like, "Fuck." So I went back to it. I'm sorry.
She can't help herself. That's how she got the trunk closed on her.
She's like, watch the head. Watch the head. Come on, watch the head.
She's gonna be the only helmet rapist.
Like,
Like, I have to
That's
wear
so
this helmet.
yeah, she's got a bubble wrap jumpsuit just so extra protection.
Yeah, people can hear me coming. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where we were. My comedy
Your comedy influences.
influences. Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot. What I'm surrounded by most is like hardworking Chicago comedians.
Yeah,
So I think I'm always inspired by the people at like every level, the people at every level. Like people that are just starting out. There's things that I'm like, I love. They're like not caring. They're not overthinking. They're purely in the joy. People are veterans they're doing it for a long time. Like Chicago has some really good comedians that I really admire and sometimes have shared green rooms with. And yeah, I think I'm trying to do things like figure out what works for me. And like, I think we could read a bunch. I mean, I want to soak up as much as I can. And also like, we all got our own shit, figure out what works and how to like keep yourself having fun with it. Like, I just want to, I want to have fun. That's when I do my best.
Yeah.
And I'm having a good time and just being weird and silly and making other people feel weird and silly.
Yeah. I like to make people feel like they made a mistake by watching what I'm doing. I like to see the looks of horror on their face from the things that I say.
I hate that. I feel like I do that all day. Like that's what I do all day. I say something and they're like, "Oh fuck, I should get a divorce." And you're like, and then they just look at me with horror, you know. So
and then they're like, "Do you validate?"
Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes I'm like, "Yeah. You don't have to like me though." Yeah.
I, for one, am a big believer in therapy because I don't want to hear this stuff. And so
as a provider,
I don't want to hear it. I tell back when I was in an office, thankfully I'm not in an office anymore, but I would tell people all the time, I'm like, well, just let me refer you. I am not the guy that you want to bring your problems to. Because I, although am trained to do it, that is not my certification. And I will tell you what I think. If you want me to tell you what I think, then sure, we can have a conversation. But if you're not happy in your marriage, I'll be like, get a divorce. You don't like your job? Quit. You don't like your children? Run away or be a family annihilator. I don't know. Either way,
put them
take
up for
the
adoption.
Take the referral.
They're 26. Well, put them up for adoption.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's also how I feel with a lot of things of like, I'm not a medical provider. Like there's so much that needs to get ruled out too. Like, let's get ruled out if there's other issues. Like, are you just anxious or is this shit something else? So that's why we need all providers.
I do think that's a failing on a lot of providers though. Cause a lot of providers will just like, oh, I'm going to put you on Lexapro. Draw some labs. Draw some fucking labs. God.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm glad I'm not in the office anymore because I'm like, fuck, draw some goddamn labs.
Yeah.
Could be something physiologically wrong with this person. Not just give them freaking, and then you freaking cause serotonin syndrome because you don't know shit about their med and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you're not going to learn anything by listening to me.
Yeah.
Yes. What is your, okay, so we already covered what your preferred victim is.
Jesus.
What kind of equipment do you prefer to use? Are you one of those who, I mean, like, you're kind of a tiny person. When you're not targeting an octogenarian that might be weaker than you.
No, they have old people strength.
I mean, if I was to be some sort of criminal, I don't think I'd be a rapist.
What kind of criminal would you be then?
Like, that's not what I.
Just to clarify, that is not the crime route I want to take.
Bank robber.
We have other fantasies here.
All right,
to be explored.
All right, so what kind of criminal would you like to be then?
What do you like to know? I just think I feel like I'd be some like Dexter type shit where you like can like justify that you're like doing good. Like I'd still be doing something good. Like I'd be taking out like fucked up men.
So she's a vigilante.
Like, I'd be a vigilante killer or something. Or like some like what is it, Luigi shit? Like taking out capitalistic corporations. Like I'd do something with value.
Yeah.
I agree. We could form a team. We're not tech savvy, we've noticed, but we'll find ourselves a hacker or something who we can we can embezzle money or funnel money from the rich corporations or people who are so rich they don't understand they're paying for whatever. We'll make some hedge funds. Is that what that is? I don't know. Something like that, and we'll be rich.
So instead of the suicide squad, we'll be like the homicide squad.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I would totally do that. That used to be my dream. One of my dreams was like, man, I wish I would get recruited by some black ops government organization just as an assassin. That would be so dope.
I'd be horrible at that.
Oh, I'd be so good at it.
Oh, I would want to tell everyone.
Oh, I'm still going to tell people. Yeah, for sure. Like, dude, I totally whacked it. That was me. That was me, you guys.
I think if you tell it, then people won't believe you. So it's fine. It's fine. They'll just think you're nuts.
Yeah.
He's always saying
sure you killed him.
Yeah. He's always saying he prevented some war by killing that dictator. Pfft, come on.
So funny. I don't think I could ever have like celebrity clients like as a therapist. I'd be like, I saw this in the news. It's wrong. I know the truth behind the breakup. Like I couldn't do it. HIPAA would be hard.
Mm-hmm. I think though that, and I'm not gonna get any hate for this, and I don't care, but I think that a lot of the providers that take care of famous people are shit providers.
I agree.
Because I see what they do, and I've interacted with, because I'm licensed in 44 states. I've seen people in Hollywood, all this other stuff, and they get on, they're like, I want this, and you're like, no. And like nobody's ever told them no, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna, no. Go see your shit provider that gives that to you. Because that's all they're doing is they're just playing. It's like they forgot what they were told to do, and they're like, no, it's just a consumer market now. You can just tell me what you want, and I'm going to give it to you with no reason, no medical basis for doing it at all.
Because they'll fire you if you don't, and they'll just hire somebody else
hire somebody who will do it.
You get paid so much money that you're like, someone will do it because they're unethical.
Yeah, this belief that people in the medical field are ethical is like, no. Yeah,
my clients know that I might be in the health field, but I'm very anti the field. Both can be true.
That is absolutely true. That was one of the conversations I used to have with people when they would, get very upset about insurance and how much they were paying, and insurance didn't approve this. I was like, you're talking to the wrong guy because I'm on your side. Honestly, I totally agree with you. I'm a big fan of socialized medicine. I'm like, I think everybody should get medicine for free. So, I don't.
Yeah, I think therapy should be, I would like to be paid more, and therapy should be more accessible.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be clients paying for it.
No.
So.
No.
But.
No, and I also think that people in the military shouldn't have to get up before 8 a.m.
I don't think anyone should have to get, maybe the hospital. I think about this all the time, like the number of work days we work. I think there's so many issues at play just because we work too much. Like we'd all be better if we worked less.
Yeah, we work way too much.
I'm a millennial, so I have to think that.
Well, I'm Gen X, and Gen X also does not think that we have to work all the fucking time either. So I just think that we're also kind of like, what are you gonna do? We tried.
Yeah.
we sort of tried. We tried to make our children like more emotionally available. Well, maybe we went too far.
Yeah. Do you have children?
I do. I have two.
Okay.
I got a 26-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Are either of them interested in comedy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our son does. He does stand up periodically.
Okay. Is he funnier than you?
He's a different kind of comedian.
He's cute, funny, and like likable,
and cute,
energetic. Like
whereas I'm dark.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so we're totally different. Yeah, totally different. I like his comedy quite a bit, but he only does it period. He like dabbles and stuff. He's like, I'll try this, and if I like it, I'll do it a little bit. So he's here and there, but not nearly as much. What do you do? I would like to see my daughter do stand up because I think she would be funny.
Yeah,
but she insists that she's not going to.
It has to be her idea. You're telling her that she should do it because she's funny, and
she's funny.
She is funny, and she's sarcastic, and she is funny. But yeah, it's gonna have to be her idea. Just like she said, she was going to be a psychologist. She's in school. We've we've said since she was a kid. She went to a STEM school and she's been into robotics and math and likes all of that. So you're going to be an engineer. You're going to be an engineer. And she's like, nope, I'm going to go to school for psychology. I'm going to be a psychologist. And she took all the dual enrolled classes in high school and college and went in, and she came back her first semester of college and said, I'm going to be a math and I'm going to go into math and engineering. I'm like, okay. What happened to psychology?
So funny.
Like, but.
Yeah. My undergrad is in psychology, and you have to do more if you're in psychology, unless you go into business too. So also they scare you out of it pretty quickly too, because they're like, you won't make a lot of money unless you keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, fuck. Okay.
I don't even think she got that far. She just got enticed by the math. The math instructor is her seminar. The math head of the math department is her, and she's like, "Ooh, I do like math." Yeah.
That's a scary thing to say. Enticed by math.
Enticed by math.
Numbers.
Oh, so cool. So very cool. Look, I'm going to balance this equation. It's amazing.
No, she's
my
not
brain
even
does
doing
not.
that. She's doing. Yeah, even crazier stuff that concepts that don't even make sense.
Like those weird symbols and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
That's a different type of brain. My brain does not do numbers. It like flatlines at numbers. So
back to comedy.
Yeah, hilarious.
Where do you get, so what do you think is your process? Do you have like a concept and then kind of take that concept and run with it? Or when do your ideas come to you?
Yeah. I'm like a comedy tornado, I think. Like I would like to be organized but I think what works right now is just like I'm always thinking about it. So I'll always write down ideas, like even in my which is not great, but sometimes even when I'm like working and because I take sessions during notes, most of my clients are cool with it. It's just how my brain works. That like if an idea will come up, I write it down also. Yeah. So it'll be like in my notes, like patient, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like random idea. But yeah, I think I'm just always letting ideas flow and keeping it more free form. And then going back to those ideas and seeing what I could do with that. I'd like to push myself more, but I think it's a weird balance of not pushing out the fun and creativity of it while still being consistent.
Yeah, I don't think you can sit down. Some people can. I don't think you can sit down and just write 10 jokes about something. My stuff tends to, it's really annoying because my stuff comes to me at the most inopportune time. Mm-hmm. I'll be driving and all of a sudden something will be like, oh, I should do this. And then of course, everybody's like, oh, just do a memo on Siri. And you're like, Siri, open up a memo. And Siri's like, I can't do that. You're driving right now. I'm like, motherfucker. When you're drifting off to sleep and I'm like, oh, yes. And then it pops in your head like, oh shit. Oh, I'll remember it in the morning.
No, you won't. Yeah. I have a really long, I should probably break it up, but a really just overly long, just notes file that just has a shit ton of random ideas that sometimes I will build things from, and sometimes they're just there and you go back to it and you're like, yeah, nah, nothing there.
You're like, what does that mean?
You were just high. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Or yeah, when you're high, you're like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
And then it's horrible.
And I should write this down. And then you write it down as four words and you're like, what is this? What does it even fucking mean? Last night it seemed hilarious.
Yeah. No. When I do mushrooms, it's like that. I always think I have the most this is so great. And then you're like, no, you're in your whole other world. This isn't even making sense.
I just have to have the entire audience prepped with mushrooms 2 hours before I go on. And then it will make perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever done a smoke show? Have you ever done one of those?
No, I don't think my brain, I'm a dumb high. I'm not a smart stoner. So it would just be saying half jokes and laughing or panicking. It would, I don't know. I don't think it would be a fun time for anyone. If I also wouldn't I would take half a hit. People would be like, why are you on a smoke show if you can't even smoke, bitch? So
if you're smart, when you do the smoke show, you don't get high.
Because just being in that room will be enough.
I mean, I don't get high because when you go in there, if you spend too much time in there, you will definitely get a contact high. Some of the people I know, they'll smoke or whatever before it. I'm like, but they're like smoke all the time. I definitely don't. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. Because I don't usually even have a drink before I go on either. I don't.
No, I don't either.
Anything. Sometimes I won't even eat before. I'm like, I'll eat after and all that other stuff. So.
No, I have to. Yeah, I mean, I usually eat. I'm a really mean hunger person. I'm a hangry cunt. So, but yeah, I don't usually drink or smoke before shows. I like need my brain to function. So.
Seems like the rape would curb your appetite a little bit.
She's hungry. She's very hungry.
Do you feel like when you're hungry, is that when your numbers increase? Is that when you get rapey?
I mean, thank God for cannibalism is all I gotta say, you know. So
the vegetarian cannibal.
Yeah, I'm a pescatarian cannibal. I am in the midst of writing a dumb joke about how if I ever eat meat again, it's what I miss most, which is humans. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's a dumb joke.
So you would only eat mermaids then?
Yeah.
Just the bottom half.
I might steal that.
You can have it.
So
just the bottom half.
Just the bottom half. Gross. It sounds so naughty.
Yeah.
Part.
I mean, that's just why I'm bisexual.
You're like, I'm not violating anything. I only eat the bottom half.
Yeah, I kept it. It's not cannibalism. Oh no.
Oh yeah. You know what's? Have you ever seen those pictures of the reverse mermaid?
Fish top.
Yeah.
Legs.
No. Oh, that sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
Actually, it sounds funny. It sounds funny. It sounds more funny. I think mermaids are actually a little bit more horrifying than I don't know, a fish head.
Yeah, you never understand why people find mermaids hot. I'm like, you're still fucking a fish. Why do you find that hot? And really, you don't even have to fuck them. You just squeeze them and the eggs come out. And then you have to jizz over the eggs. So what is it that you find hot?
You've thought about this much more than any person I've ever met.
I think it's because they're usually buff and they have good boobs. That's or if they're a male mermaid, or merman, whatever, they're ripped. There's no big chunky gelatinous mer people.
Yeah, but
except for she's an octopus Ursula or whatever. She's not a merman person.
Probably got a fat puss though.
Yeah,
probably. That's attractive, right? No,
probably you could put your whole foot right in there. You would put your whole foot in that puss. Yeah.
Pussurla.
Pursula. Some people call it a purse. Some people call it a purse. Yeah, so she got a pursula. She got a mitt. She got a catcher's mitt. Oh, I feel like the mer people though, if their bottom half all looks the same, so they're all skipping leg day.
Yeah. Do they smell? Do you think they smell like fish? Is it fishy down there?
Yeah.
Is it fishy down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. That's a turn off. I don't like mer people.
It's also weird because they go like this, where a lot of fish go like this. This is an audio medium. You guys don't know what I'm doing, but I'm moving my hands.
I think they can go both ways.
They go both ways?
Yeah. They can fin both ways. They can swim sides to sides or up and down.
It's just gross to think about because when it's mating season, for them it's really milting season, which is disgusting.
Well, here on this podcast, we apparently believe in mermaids and rapists. So, there's a lot happening.
Well, we know for sure one of them is real.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Do we think there's mermaid rapes?
Yeah,
probably.
Probably.
For sure.
If there's men involved. Men involved.
But they probably get raped by dolphins because dolphins are rapey.
Dolphins are rapey. It's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is getting
weird.
If you rape a dolphin,
deep in the ocean.
If you rape a dolphin, do you put it in their blowhole?
Oh. I hate all of this. I feel filthy. I need a shower.
Oh, well, we're sorry. We are.
No, what's funny, it's I'm dark, but I can't handle it.
You're like, I can't. Stop it.
I'm like, I'm horrible.
What about
compulsively clean?
Like cryptids then. Are those on the rape schedule? Like Bigfoot?
It's gonna be really smelly
or
though. I mean, I don't.
What is it?
Cryptids like Bigfoot or, the Mothman.
I don't feel like they have enough. There's a lot of people write. They write cryptid porn, Swan.
That's gross. Bigfoot, no.
Yeah,
no.
people write cryptid porn. You can look at it.
I mean, I'm sure they do because there's like ghost porn and alien porn and whatever. So no.
Oh, you don't want to be in the arms of a Bigfoot?
No.
The loving hairy arms of a Bigfoot?
No.
What if he smelled good?
He uses Axe body spray.
What if when his dong comes out, it's like a red rocket on a dog?
No.
No?
No.
Well, you never know.
Don't you?
Mary fucker kill Bigfoot, Mothman, or a mermaid.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that bet.
Okay.
Marry, fuck, kill. Okay, I would definitely marry the Mothman.
Okay.
You like his booty, don't you?
He's toit.
He's got a nice
He is
booty.
toit. And I like to fly, so I feel like he would scoop me up and just fly me around, which would be fun. I would definitely fuck Bigfoot because I'm a small man. And I would like to be able to say that I nailed Bigfoot. I'm like, okay.
You think you'd be a top?
Yes, I am fucking Bigfoot. Yes. I have already established that is what I'm doing.
He's got big in his name. I don't know, man.
But maybe
he wants me to be the big spoon, though. He's going to be the little spoon.
Yeah, he's tired of being the big spoon.
He's tired of being. He's lived his life as the big spoon. Big is in his name, for God's sake. Just once. He wants to be little.
He's small.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would definitely kill the mermaid.
Yeah.
That's the lower
that's
half
not
is good.
surprising.
That's good eating. The lower half.
Yeah.
You, Swan?
I would probably mine is almost the same as yours, but I'd probably flip it around and I'd marry the Mothman because he's got a nice booty, and then I would
And abs. And
and
guns.
abs.
Actually, he's pretty jacked all
Isn't that what you said, Beaveman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. Oh, but you're gonna flip.
But I'm gonna flip.
got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck the mermaid. Just
Okay.
because she's probably got good. I'm gonna pick a girl and be a lesbian with the mermaid because she probably knows how to eat cat well. And Bigfoot would be a little bit hairy and gross, and I'm gonna kill Bigfoot just to say I'm the one who killed Bigfoot.
You don't want to be railed by a giant Bigfoot?
No, because
cock?
I know he's got a tiny penis.
What?
Yeah, that's why he grew the hair to cover it all up.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
he's not
and proportionately.
He's not a silverback.
Like
gorilla.
I was reading all these things, and I don't know how I got on this, but.
She's reading about different cock sizes.
Penis sizes, yes.
In the animal kingdom among the great apes.
Because humans, the average size. And so if you're like a 6'3" guy, the average size penis is still 6 inches. So it looks really tiny on a 6'3" guy with so if you're shorter and you have a 6 foot or a 6 inch penis, it looks bigger. Like just like the people who are muscular, like the shorter, stockier guys look more muscular than the same guy who's 6'3". So yeah. What about you, Jen?
Yeah, but you got to lick fish.
I'm not licking it. I'm being
you got. If you're fucking,
no.
what is your idea of fucking? You got to do something.
I'm gonna touch your boobies.
You're licking a slimy hole.
No, we're just gonna make out, and she's gonna lick mine.
No. Oh, this is a give and
Here's
take.
she gets to take that because you're saying
you
that
said you're only
fucking
yeah.
Bigfoot.
I
and
will.
that's like insane.
Hey,
like,
first of all, I will give him a reach around. I am a giver.
But what
I'm
if
not
he wants
to
give?
He's just got to prep me a little bit.
You're
I
gonna
gotta
have to
see
put
it
your
first.
whole body over something. Like
I gotta see it first. and then-
Logistically, it's not gonna work.
And if it's like 20 feet long, you're taking
He's
it.
still only gonna put what he can fit in
Just
there.
the tip.
It's not like I don't have to take all 20 feet. I don't think you know how the rectum and colon works. He can't make that curve, Swan.
You'll be like, it's a train. No.
He can't make the turn. I mean, if he could, good on him. That'll completely clear me out. I don't care.
Like
I mean, if he can go up the descending colon, transverse it, I don't.
Yeah, maybe
fine,
he has
maybe.
a goose corkscrew penis, and it'll just corkscrew right in there.
Well, we definitely don't have to worry about my appendix getting in the way when he reaches the ascending colon because it's gone.
Okay, there you go.
And you, Jen, back to Jen.
I would, yeah, I'd marry Bigfoot.
Oh,
I'd fuck Mothman and kill the mermaid.
okay. What is your reasoning?
It just feels right. I don't know. I like the idea.
You're like, I want to brush Bigfoot's hair every night. I'm just like, oh, you're so...
I like the idea of also, like, I have this concept of, like, me sitting on his shoulder while we, like, storm through the woods, and that sounds pretty chill. Just, like, being in the trees.
You're hit by limbs constantly. The guy's tall.
I get strapped in with just, like, some hair, a hair seatbelt. I don't know. Something
He weaves you in.
Yeah, I like being in the trees. I don't think I'm really an air or water girl. So that rules out, like, marriage with air or water animals, things, crypts, whatever. So, yeah, that's that. And, I mean, yeah, fucking a fish, no thanks. So, leaves you with the Mothman. And then, yeah, the food reasoning, could eat the fish. That sounds great.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? Do you think the Mothman's pretty hung then, most likely? I mean, you picked him to fuck, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know much about the Mothman.
Mothman is awesome.
I know nothing. I know, like, I have some clients that have talked about it. I know nothing.
Oh.
So
it's
I
a
know
mystery.
Bigfoot. I know mermaid. Mothman, I'm just like, you're not a butterfly. So
Well, no.
moths are kind of annoying. And, like, annoying people are better to, like, one night fuck than marry. So...
It's like, Jen's like, she's getting up before he wakes up and writing him out. She's like,
I'm gone.
Don't call me.
Call me when you're a butterfly, bitch.
It's like, I'll leave my number. And then he's like, is that a 1 or a 7? No, I don't know.
Yeah, find me in the trees.
What if he, like, went to look for you and then there's, like, a lover's score, like,
Squirrel Mothman versus Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That'd also be a good, like, having all them wrestle.
He's
That'd
like,
be funny.
this is my tiny human. You go away.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Mothman could take him. I feel like that. Pretty sure Mothman could take Bigfoot.
I don't think I know enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. As long as I have popcorn and can watch it, I'll be fine. I'll be good.
Sitting there watching it with your juicy mermaid.
My fresh fish and popcorn. Let's go.
Should probably be decent sushi. That's a lot
I
of
was gonna
sushi
say
right
sushi
there.
right there.
Yeah. Jesus.
Boys. She's like, boys, let's not argue. Let's all enjoy this mermaid. Fine.
We're feasted.
Oh, wow. What an amazing conversation.
I was not prepared for this.
I, for one, feel so much better now and enlightened.
Yes.
Yes, I do think so. So are you excited for your show? The show.
Our show. The show.
Yeah.
Your
Hello.
show.
Are you excited to be on our show?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It looks like it's a great lineup, and I like traveling for shows, and I think it's a great way to also get better as a comedian, get yourself in front of an audience you maybe don't know a bunch about. Maybe, who knows, maybe I'll write a joke specific to the area. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it does not. Sometimes I try too hard, but we'll see. I'm excited. Yeah, it'll be good to meet new people and to get on a new stage.
Them. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that, I mean, my trunk is ready.
She's like, I'm renting an even bigger car with a bigger trunk. This one doesn't have the pull tab in it that you can get out of the trunk. It's an older model.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, exciting. What do you have to promote? What's coming up for you that you got to promote?
I mean, this week, tomorrow, the show I produce, Better Help.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick before we let you go.
Okay. Yeah. What do you want to know?
All about the show.
Yeah, tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Better Help Comedy is a stand-up parody, like therapy parody show, so to say. And so I start the show with mostly just therapy-related jokes. And then I bring on 4 of Chicago's funniest comedians, and they each do 10 minutes. And then based off of their set, I ask therapy-ish questions. And the show is kind of set up to look like a therapy room. And so audience members get to see a much funnier version of therapy. So it's not actual therapy, but I get to kind of blend my day job with my night job, and that's fun.
Sounds amazing. I totally hope I get considered for that show someday.
Yes. I want to bring it. Actually, I'd love to bring it on the road. That's my goal, so that I could book local comedians.
Oh, we could probably make that
on
happen.
each. Yeah.
We could make that happen.
We can talk then. I'd love to bring it. It's easy to bring too, because I also chose like chairs that are all portable and stuff like that. So
that's cool. Yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about that. That would be fun to do.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm on board for sure.
Let's make it happen. I'm down.
All right. Well, what else you got to promote other than that? Anything else?
What do I have to promote?
Your hip hop video is going to be on YouTube.
God, no. Those just go in the stories. No, I'm not trying to make anything out of that. I'm like, I don't even know what shows I have. Yeah, I'll be at the Bottle Shop in Lake Geneva next weekend doing some stuff, and then I'm doing a recovery themed show at the Lincoln Lodge called Keep Coming Back, February 8th. I don't know. I got to book more shows. I got to write more comedy and book more shows.
Well, how can people, we always put your social stuff in there too, but how can people find you?
Flaxmania on Instagram. I am private, so my therapy clients don't find me, but if you're not a therapy client, come find me. Please follow Better Help Comedy on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, I got some clips also on YouTube on Flaxmania, some shorts. So
excellent.
Well,
I don't have anything to promote. Do I? No, I don't. Do I? No, I don't. No, I don't. No.
The Mermaid Show.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
That's where I'll be practicing my cutting.
Your sword skills.
Sword skills.
Yeah,
with the mermaid
I saw
show.
that.
With the mermaid show.
Sashimi.
Yeah, exactly. Give it a little wrap my head and. No, I don't have anything. I don't think so. Then I guess I'm just gonna let Swan wrap it up, and then we'll all say goodbye.
Okay.
Adios, muchachos.
And from the Swan, we have our open mic at the Dormouse in Kalamazoo every third Thursday. So if you're a comedian, you're interested in getting on that, reach out to us at Slap Your Tail Comedy. I fucked it up. The Slaptail Squad at gmail.com, or at Slaptail Nation on Facebook. And we have a show coming up at the Dormouse Theater in Kalamazoo, Michigan on Friday, January 24th, with our headliner Adam Minnick and Jen Flaxman and Emmy Buttrick. It's going to be dope. It's hosted by Devron Thomas. Yep. Yeah, I'm doing real bad today.
Buddy.
Our good buddy.
And you fucked up his last name.
At least I didn't fuck up the first name. That's what I do.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So good.
That's what I got. Sorry. And Jen, you get the last word.
You get the last word?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want that power. Thank you for having me. It's been a fun, weird time. If you're in the looking for a rape,
Damn.
We finished. We commit to the bit here, okay?
If you're looking for it, I think that's consensual.
That's all I actually do, people, okay?
No.
I'm not a white man.
And you have to be of legal consensual age.
Yes. Yeah.
If it's this phrase, you have to space it out properly. It's not no, don't stop. It's no, don't stop.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Punctuation is important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Last word. That's it. Thank you.